All right, what up, dude? What up, guys? It's your boy Jeffrey the Real, and we are back with another video. We here to talk a little bit of a little ish tonight, dog. On my shoes and stuff. I haven't even cleaned up my house, dog. What up, though? Today we're gonna get into some quick info before we get into our stream tonight. So we want to talk a little bit of episode. All right. First things first. We're gonna talk a little bit about a JP podcast. I'm not sure about the copyrights and everything, so I'm just going to play like little clips on my end. You guys just listen to the audio. I'm going to address a couple things. This is maybe a little couple things I want to address. This is not a slander for the podcast. This is not that kind of channel, okay? It's not that kind of channel, I promise. All right, but I got to hold my OGs accountable. I have to. And, you know, you guys have to recognize what you are to the community for the generation underneath you, which is me. You know, I'm not in their generation. I'm the generation underneath them, and I'll take it on my shoulders. So we're gonna jump into this thing, dog. I'm gonna play the audio, so you guys just sit back, relax. If you got anything you want to comment, let me know below. I'm gonna get it in, dog. So y'all ready? Let's go. All right, so first up is they was addressing some of the conversation about the Drake. They're going more in depth about the business aspect of the music industry, and I think they did a really good job. Let me start there. However, there were holes that were very essential to me, in my opinion, that are very important when you're talking about the culture of hip hop and everything like that, and the comparison and stuff like that. So right now we're gonna jump into it. The first things first, they they started talking about some damn that they said some crazy stuff. Where's the transcript for this? There it is. They was talking about the fact that, hey, Kobe Bryant, everybody else was sore losers as well. Right, so we're gonna jump into that real quick. Let me find the timeline. I had it all set up, and then
I'm trying to.
all right. So sit back, relax. Again, if you got anything you want to comment, just let me know, man. I'm gonna get to it in a minute, but I'm gonna fly by mine first, okay? So enjoy the show.
Rap, and this is gonna make me look weak in rap if my character on TV is in a wheelchair. It's crazy that he doesn't think this makes him look weak.
Let's
But
fast
it
forward.
worked, though.
Let's
That's
fast
what
forward
I'm
here.
looking at y'all like y'all
It
crazy.
worked. Why? What did I say?
I ain't never lost.
So this is my go-to.
I don't have to know how to lose. Michael Jordan is a sore loser. Kobe Bryant is a sore loser. Every nigga that's a great is a sore loser. Them niggas don't lose gracefully. And they look at you like you crazy if you lose gracefully. How dare you come back to this locker room and not be pouting?
I disagree with.
Okay. Wild. So I understand this is what they do, right? I don't know if that was a troll. I'm not sure if that was a troll or not. But I'm going to start here. I'm just going to go off of what you said. You said that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan were sore losers. Okay. Let's say that's true. Right? Let's say that's true. Do you know the definition of sore loser? Is there a definition for it? Is there a definition? Let me look this up. Hold on. Let me look at this up. I think Ish really thinks this. I don't think they trolling. You don't think they trolling. If that is true, that is scary for a plethora of reasons. Number one, sore loser, meaning a person who becomes very upset or angry when he or she loses a game contest. Give me full context, please. This is Webster. For the Trump circumcision speech has replaced the false grievances of a sore loser. So if he's saying in that kind of context, I completely understand. If he's sticking to the dictionary, right? But when I hear things like sore loser, it's not the fact like it's not. Let me go back. I'm gonna break this shit down. I'm talking hood politics, okay? People who is being angry, irritated, or annoyed when they are doing something or something gain a desired advantage. Okay. So with the context of sore loser, here's my interpretation of it. I thank you, babe, for the definition. She said a person who is habitually angry. Habitually is a funny word. In my definition of sore loser, it's not the Webster definition. In the hood, growing up, we call people sore losers that are blaming everybody else for their loss except for themselves, or they don't want to take accountability. Losing is competition. It's a part of the game. You should be pissed off. Does that make you a sore loser? Definition? Street. There's two different conversations we're having here. I believe, in my personal opinion. Two different conversations that we're having. Sore loser to me is like, bro, like I just said, I'm blaming everybody else except for myself. Like, right? Like Kobe Bryant, you should be pissed off. It should be hunting your nightmares, hunting you down, you know what I'm saying? Sore loser, to me, like a true sore loser is like LeBron. Throughout the course of his career, instead of getting better to win, I seen hot teams and gain more Hall of Fame players to get your point across. That to me is a sore loser. That's a sore loser to me. But okay. Let's give Ish the dub for that one. Okay, let's give Ish the dub because he was absolutely correct about that one. All right, so Urban Dictionary, who becomes very upset, very angry, or complains excessively when they lose a game contest or competition, often exhibiting poor sportsmanship by blaming others for their loss instead of accepting their defeat gracefully. Someone, all right? That's the hood one. That's Urban Dictionary, but that's what we know as a sore loser. Okay, so let's go to the next clip. I want to make this quick. Let's go to the next clip, guys. Let's see. Flip. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Let's go to Flips real quick. Cause Flip, I love Flip, but man, Flip to me takes a lot of L's. My wife loves Flip. All right, so here's Flip with his thoughts on the Drake, some of the Drake things that was going on. It's interesting, right? It's interesting when you hear people, like other people's analysis of things that are in a higher position than you. And like we're down here, we don't know the business aspect of it, but we know, like, this is my opinion. We kind of know like the character and integrity. It's like when people get to a certain stature level, they forget about the integrity, the character, the morality of things. It just goes right out the window, and I don't know if it's always about the money. I don't know. I'm not gonna put any claims on it. It's just my opinion. All right, so let's get to it.
Punch in the face before, fam. And so until a nigga punch you back, and he might hit harder than you, it's a lesson that you might have to learn in your growth and in your journey.
And
this might be the punch.
And does he care anymore about being accepted by the core audience of hip hop? Right?
Yes, he does.
This shit change every day.
Weird.
Isn't he trying to like?
He doesn't engage in the battle if he doesn't care about the hip hop.
I said anymore.
I think
he may try to be appealing to the younger audience. They don't care about anything. They don't care about shit.
That song he just released didn't say I don't care about what they think about me.
Which one?
The little freestyle shit he just did.
Right.
That freestyle shit says I care.
Yeah, word.
I give a fuck.
Oh, you talking about the LeBron joint?
Yeah.
Oh, allegedly.
Fine Irish. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And the one before that.
Yeah, the whole Scary Hours.
All that shit. I
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, it was
I
all
agree.
Alchemist and Conductor. Like,
Yo.
yeah.
Wow.
I care. And I'm gonna show y'all.
We watch a lot.
I
Like
agree.
said, with
I
the
think
new
he does,
audience,
yeah.
new fans. The rules and morals and principles of yesteryear are no longer true.
That's true.
Right? With the new fans, they don't give a fuck. Oh, you Tekashi signal. Oh, they don't care. They don't care about that shit. They came home, got on the song. They don't care about that.
They may not care about
Chat. Help me up. Chat. Do you think what Flip said is actually correct? That the younger people don't care about integrity. They just like the person for who they are. They don't care about the fact that what they're doing, that the fact that they're suing or doing whatever. Obviously, I think that maybe they wasn't too hip to what was going on yet. They stayed off the internet. I don't know. But the internet is cooking Drake. Somebody cares. The trend right now is a lot of people, even a lot of OVO fan base, is very upset with this guy Drake. I don't think they did their homework on that one, or they spoke too soon on it. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of people calling out the simple fact that, hey, everything Kendrick said was true. So that means they have an opinion about it, and that the fan base is like, wait, you're suing after a rap battle? That's literally the entire trend, bro. Isn't that old school hip hop? Isn't that the competitive nature? Like, hey man, you gonna throw the punch and then go run to the police, to the fed? Does that not say somebody care? What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? This is the people versus the business. You guys are always thinking about business, but for some reason you forget about what everybody else thinks. I don't know. And then like there are times where they on that episode, which is a great episode, you guys should go watch it. I'm telling you, JBP is an amazing podcast. Amazing. I mean, I learned a lot from them guys. But then there's a time like, man, I should be on there talking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I might not be like, you know, yeah. I'm not no Flip, no Ish, no Ice. I don't have information. But one thing I can tell you that I'm intact with is integrity, character. I would never sell anybody or myself for $1. I would never sell. Like, you're a sellout. I mean, y'all can say like, oh yeah, you know, sitting up there with $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, $20 million. That's cool. That's cool. But after that money run out and your legacy, that's another conversation I want to get into. Your legacy. Sometimes a dollar can rule in your legacy, dog. Learn how to take an L and move on. Save your legacy. It's the legacy, bro, that you're ruling. So now, when you take your last breath on earth, the last thing you have left is what people remember you as. People are going to remember you as a snitch. They're not going to look at the business aspect. I understand, like, they were pending Drake's house on a rap song. I get it. But it's not the first time. It's not the first, and it's not going to be the last. It's not. The era that I come from, and I think Joe spoke about it on this episode, was, hey, man, I'm from an era where they was talking about your kids. Talking about everything in your mama. You know, and they dapped it up. They might have fought it out, or unfortunately shot it out. And we don't promote that here. But, you know, that's what happened. So, yeah, let's see. What's the next thing I want to go over? Give me 1 second. Oh, this one. This one might rock y'all. Again, I'm not attacking anybody, but it's the point when you speak about it to the public, we have a right to have an opinion about it. So Flip goes in about saying that now Drake is now the public figure trying to save the artist from record labels and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty interesting. Here we go.
Filing a defamation.
Not against the machine, Joe.
Yeah,
Not against the machine.
to those of y'all running with that,
No, I'm with you, but
have at it.
no, sorry, Mel.
It's okay.
Excuse me. I'm with you, right? I understand what you're saying, but I also understand how these infrastructures are put in place to make people look away and to fuck up things in front of the masses. I'm aware of these things. I hear the complaints all the time. You hear them all the time.
Okay.
Nigga, Michael tried to go against so many people we could name that tried to go against the system and the machine and lost.
And lost. Okay.
Now we have a nigga that says, yo, I feel like I'm in a position to go against the machine, and maybe the machine put it in a way where it looks like he's on a downhill because of the issues between them. So now the masses is looking like, well, he's falling off, and that's why he's doing it. But maybe he's not even falling off for real.
They did that with Michael Jackson.
Maybe they just
was saying
made it
Michael
like
Jackson
that, and
was
we've
broke.
seen this for years, and now somebody is stepping up to say, I'm not going to allow you to do this.
I think he
Okay.
gonna lose though, but
Me too.
Okay. All right. Let's stop there. I don't know how this copyright stuff works. I'm trying to play as safe as possible, see what happens. So here's my thoughts on it. You guys let me know in the comments how you feel about what Flip is saying about, hey, now he's stepping up, and he's taking action for the artists, the new artists coming up. You know, I think that's a load of shit. That's a load of shit. That's a lot of shit, and that's a lot of shit. It's a lot. No. You can't say that when you benefited from it and you allowed it to happen. And you listen. You was treating people wrong. You allowed it to happen. Right? You stole people's music, lyrics, sound, verses. I'm just gonna put stole all in one. Okay? And then you turn around and you do bad business with people. And you also do good business as well. Let's not do Drake like Drake is just this like a straightforward, conniving, evil person. I don't think he's like that, but I think I don't know, from how people are doing the interviews and everything like that, and speaking their experiences, right? It's their truth, right? Go ahead, turn it down, baby. Just a little bit, baby. I'm sorry. But no, what I'm saying is, hey, you can't treat people or do people for however long you've done it and then you look for, you look around for help. You can't do that. Bro, you've been in the game for 15 plus 20 years, been running the game for probably 16 of it. That's what they say. I say, I don't think you have been running the game. I think that there's a big name behind you and the camp that's surrounding you. And they just came off of a fire Lil Wayne run. The whole 2000s and some late 90s was all Lil Wayne runs. Lil Wayne runs and other artists. It wasn't just Lil Wayne running, right? We had Nelly's and stuff like that. Ludacris, crazy run. Lil Wayne had a crazy run, but it's off of the run. It's off of the focal point of hip hop / rap. He passed the torch to Drake gracefully. It was over time. It wasn't just that fast. He passed the torch though. So let's not act like he didn't have a lot of people in his corner. Let's not do that. A lot of people messing with numbers, promoting. I believe on Spotify, the Drake face was everywhere. On Spotify, every genre. Every genre? Okay. Let's not do that. Now you're bringing up a point about that. Now I say to you, why didn't he do that the past 20 years? Why did he wait until the fan base is now looking at you sour? It's like, man, we really thought you was somebody else. Now you're reacting how you're reacting. So my last point I want to get into before we move on to tonight's session, boy. Tonight, I want to address. I don't want to play this right now. I'm not gonna play because I'm not sure about how the copyright stuff works. I'm gonna just turn it off. All right. So our last one that we're gonna address is a conversation. I know a lot of people don't. But this is something we gotta have. We gotta have this conversation, dog. Oh my God. Guys, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna word this. I don't want to come off as nasty. I don't want to do that. But the conversation today is the people versus the business. Okay? So, when we're talking about things, we got to be careful about what we're saying, especially on the internet, dog. Like, if you have all this evidence of building up over years of accumulation of things, and then somebody say it finally on a song, you have an issue with it, right? It ain't just Kendrick that was saying you would be in a file, a whole file out here. It's not Kendrick. It hasn't just been Kendrick. It's not just him. It never has just been him. It's been a lot of people saying it over the years. Okay, so like when you guys start talking about things, feeling like they're sad about stuff, I don't understand why. Why are we sad? Should I feel guilty for finally watching and being joyful that somebody that I've seen with my own two eyes has been not so good for the culture or for the genre? Now, yes, there's an era, like a 6-year window where Drake was like this crazy bar for bar. This dude had the bars, and his music was more relatable because of what he was talking about with like the relationships, friendships. This is like problems growing up in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of problems. Bless you, babe. There's a lot of things that people like have a lot to talk about. But when it now becomes unrelatable, that's the problem with his music. Aren't you the person that put him there? You're the person that put him at that pedestal. I think Drake has been surrounded by yes mans. Nobody really to school it. Like, that's my other question. Like, why is nobody sitting here talking to this boy? Why nobody talking to the boy? Why? What is it? What? Like, bro, Wayne, do your job. Your, your boy is drowning. He's been drowning it ain't just been this year. He's been drowning for the past, like, I want to say 4 or 5 years. I noticed that, hey, yo, he kind of stopped growing in his music. Like, isn't that what music is? It's evolution of you. Where you are, how you doing, what you're thinking. Where are your people, bro? Where's your dad? I'm sure your dad's been in this industry too. But it is you too. The people, you guys are the one that put him up there. Drake's just been around for me. He's been doing his thing. Hey man, yeah, I see you. I see what you are. I see what you're doing, but I see you. I see you, see. Where y'all at? And this is why I say I'm disappointed in my OGs. And I think the people will always win over business. Because the business need people. You need people to make a profit. To gain momentum, movement, sound waves, be a legend. You need people for that. Everything of business that you talk about is people. It's always referred to people. All right, so that's my time. We're going to switch games. If y'all sticking around, I'll see you soon. If not, bye, boy. Deuce.